Hello everyone, my name is Sharifah and my student number A1M224 and 117.
My name is Wadi Zahra with official number A1M224118.
My name is Zahra Nur Aisyah and my standbook number is A1M224119. So, in this video, we will talk about reflective teaching. Reflective teaching is a method in which teachers examine and reflect on their teaching practices, evaluating how they teach and what practices can be improved to enhance learning outcomes. This process involves self-observation, self-evaluation, and effort to develop critical and evaluate insights. Reflective teaching is the process by which teachers evaluate and rethink past learning to improve the quality of teaching. Reflective teaching is critical thinking about experiences to find meaning and meaningful learning. Reflective teaching connects theory and practice to make learning more meaningful. In our opinion, reflective teaching is the process by which a teacher critically evaluates what has been done with the aim of improving teaching. The goal of reflective teaching is to identify strengths and weaknesses in past learning activities, identify and evaluate the application of learning method and strategies, and improve the quality of future teaching. Reflective teaching also aims to help teachers understand student needs and responses, making learning more effective and tailored to their characteristics.
According to Richards and Rogers in Approach and Methods in Language Teaching, reflective teaching is a process in which teachers critically review their teaching experience to improve learning effectiveness. This concept is based on three main elements: approach, is views and basic theory about language and language learning. Methods is systematic learning plan according to the approach, and technique is specific steps for applying the method in class. From this perspective, teachers are expected to be able to adapt learning strategies to students' needs, conduct continuous evaluation, and refine teaching methods based on the result of reflection. To national theory, Kuroken Widodo implies that reflective practice in English teaching in Indonesian encourage teachers to actively adjust learning approach, methods, and technique based on continuous evaluation. In English teacher training, this practice is carried out through activities such as reviewing lesson plans, discussion with colleagues, and analyzing student response. As a result, teachers become more adaptive and learning becomes more effective.
Example of reflective teaching. The first, reflective teaching, Sharifah provide a real life example of her experience at a boarding school. She demonstrated the application of the concept of reflective teaching. When students learned to pronounce English, the teacher immediately forced him to learn new vocabulary. Instead, she placed the student in reading class to strengthen pronunciation and basic comparison before moving on to vocabulary enrichment. Di mana Sharifah itu mendapatkan contoh nyata dari pengalamannya di sebuah sekolah asrama. Ia menunjukkan penerapan konsep pembelajaran reflective teaching ketika seorang siswa kesulitan dalam mengucapkan kata dalam bahasa Inggris. Seorang guru itu tidak langsung memaksakan untuk mempelajari kosakata baru. Sebaliknya, guru tersebut menempatkan siswa itu di kelas membaca untuk memperkuat pengucapan dan menghafalkan kosakata. Dan guru itu tidak memaksa siswa langsung belajar hal yang sulit, tapi guru merenungkan masalah siswa dan memilih strategi lain yang lebih sesuai dengan menempatkan di kelas untuk membaca dahulu. Tujuannya itu supaya dasar siswa lebih kuat sebelum naik ke tahap yang lebih susah ke berikutnya. Kemudian, arti reflective teaching ini membantu guru menyesuaikan metode mengajar berdasarkan kebutuhan siswa, bukan hanya mengikuti rencana pembelajaran secara kaku. Second example of reflective teaching. In my village, in Wakobalu Agung village, an English teacher realized the students struggled to understand lesson because they were used to speaking the Muna language. After reflective and adjusting his teaching method, the teacher saw positive result. Students become more confident and active in class. learning that reflection and adaptation are very important in teaching. Jika dicontoh di kampung saya sendiri itu, ada seorang guru bahasa Inggris sedang menyadari bahwa siswa yang diajarkan ini adalah suku Muna dan mereka sudah sehari-hari berbahasa Muna. Jadi dengan belajar bahasa Inggris mereka merasa kesulitan. Jadi dalam hal ini guru merubah strategi dengan metode pengajaran, mencoba cara baru seperti menjelaskan pelajaran dengan campuran bahasa Indonesia dan sedikit bahasa Muna agar siswa lebih mudah paham. Kemudian selain bahasa Muna, siswa di sana diajarkan lebih paham untuk belajar bahasa Indonesia karena di sana lebih bahasa yang ditekankan itu bahasa Muna. Jadi mereka lebih kesehariannya menggunakan bahasa Muna. So, dengan ini guru memberikan metode yang lebih berbeda, yaitu dengan mencampurkan bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Muna agar siswa lebih mudah paham. Ia juga memberikan contoh kalimat yang dekat dengan kehidupan mereka seperti kegiatan di pasar atau di acara adat. Beberapa minggu kemudian hasilnya terlihat siswa menjadi lebih berani bertanya dan berbicara dalam kelas. Dari situ guru tersebut belajar bahwa refleksi dan penyesuaian dalam mengajar sangatlah penting, terutama ketika mengajar di daerah dengan latar belakang bahasa yang berbeda.
Principles of reflective teaching. 1. Self-awareness. Teachers are aware of the strengths and weaknesses of their teaching methods. For example, a boarding school teacher realizes that memorizing vocabulary is less effective for some students, so they change their approach to reading-based learning. 2. Ongoing evaluation. Teachers assess the effectiveness of learning regularly. For example, teachers check the progress of students' reading skill every week. 3. Adaptation strategy, where teachers change teaching methods according to students' development. For example, students who are already fluent in reading are transferred to conversation class. A quality and counterrate problem is the low English pronunciation skills of some students, which hinders their overall language development. To address this, a stage learning method is used within the framework of reflective teaching. Teachers begin with basic skills such as reading and gradually progress to more advanced skills including vocabulary and conversation. This strategy aligns with Richard and Rogers' recommendation that technique should be tailored the student's abilities. This theory aligns the Richards rating that the effectiveness of language learning depends on the appropriateness of approach, methods, and technique to students' needs. Reflective teachers will adjust these three elements based on ongoing evaluation and student feedback, making learning more relevant and effective.
Next material, there are strategies for promoting reflective teaching in TFL. There are 5 points. First, teaching journals. Writing a teaching journal is one of the simple yet most effective strategies for encouraging teacher reflection. A journal serves as a personal record that documents daily experiences, successes, challenges, and new ideas that emerge during the teaching process. By writing regularly, teachers can see patterns, identify recurring problems, and plan improvements. For example, after class, teachers might write about their impressions, challenges, and ideas for improvement in the next class. Second, peer observation. Teachers observe each other's learning process with the goal of providing constructive feedback. This can be done alternately or through scheduled observation. For example, teacher A observes teacher B teaching. Then after class, teacher A provides a note such as your explanation is good, but you could make it more engaging by asking open-ended questions to make the class more effective.
And student feedback. Collecting and analyzing student opinions about teaching methods, material, or their learning experience directly through questionnaires, interviews, or discussion. For example, teachers might give a short questionnaire asking, "How do you feel about the teacher way of explaining the material? Was there anything difficult to understand? What did you like most about this lesson?" And next, action research. Teachers conduct small-scale research on their own teaching practice by teaching specific strategies or technique to see how effective they are in improving student learning outcomes. For example, a teacher might implement an educational game in vocabulary learning and then measure student motivation and learning outcomes by comparing the before and after use of the game. And the last, video reflection. Teacher record their teaching session and watch them back to observe interaction, classroom management, language use, and teaching techniques. For example, after recording, a teacher may notice the student interaction in infant. So, in the next meeting, she will try to involve our student more actively.
In conclusion, reflective teaching is a process where teachers observe, evaluate, and rethink past learning to improve the quality of future teaching. The main principles of reflective teaching are self awareness, ongoing evaluation, and strategy adaptation. Through this reflection, teachers can identify any obstacles experienced by students and find appropriate solutions to make learning more interactive and able to improve student motivation and learning outcomes. The reflective teaching strategy involves a learning cycle that includes continuous observation, evaluation, and corrective action. Through this strategy, teachers become not only facilitators of knowledge but also managers of learning who are adaptive and responsive to student needs, thereby creating a conducive learning environment and supporting optimal student development. So, that's from our group. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.